I'm ready. We just wait, we have to wait on Malia.
Is Miss Herman?
I think you have to shut your sound off of it. Okay.
So do I, actually. Okay, pursuant to Section 5, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, this is to state for the record that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the public by posting and maintaining the annual notice of regular meetings on the bulletin board of the municipal building, by mailing the annual notice of regular meetings for 2025 to the News Record and Star Ledger in December of 2024, and by filing said notice in the office of the Township Clerk.
Mr. Daffis,
Present.
Luca,
Here,
Engel,
Here.
Ms. Herman,
Here.
Mayor Adams.
Here.
Whereas Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, commonly known as the Open Public Meetings Act, requires that all meetings of public bodies be open to the public. And whereas Section 7A provides that the governing body has the discretion to permit, prohibit, or regulate the active participation of the public at any meeting. And whereas the desire of the governing body to comply with the provision of this act, same time to conduct its business in an orderly and expeditious manner. Now therefore be resolved by the Township Committee, Township Maplewood does hereby prohibit, except as set forth in the formal agenda, active participation in deliberations of the governing body by the public, except as otherwise prescribed by law, does limit the public to the observations of the actions and discussions of the governing body or all of its regular and special meetings.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Daffis?
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca?
yes,
Engel?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
hold on.
Yes.
What we just,
For attendance.
okay,
And that's the last vote.
okay.
Are we done?
Didn't sound like attendance to me. I said yes, not here.
I said yes too.
I think we did attendance before.
Okay.
Why do we always mess this up when Miss Bobro is here watching? She's losing faith in us every single time.
Please stand for the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our only meeting in August for 2025, Tuesday, August 5th. We have no second meeting this month. And for tonight, we have public comment is the first thing. I'm so used to seeing proclamations in that. Public comment is for agenda items only. That's right after my introduction. Then we'll move into the Board of Health meeting. Then we have ordinances, one on final passage. We have a bond ordinance appropriating money for the joint meeting of Essex County. We have introduction of one ordinance, or a couple of ordinances, sorry. This one is for changing the code, be led by Mr. Daffis. It's on zoning and development regulations for front-facing garage regulations. The next ordinance is to amend Chapter 257 regarding downtown merchant parking permits and eliminating any cap on those. And then we have an ordinance amending and restating an ordinance for Maplewood, establishing the Maplewood Cares Trust Fund. Then we'll move into administrative reports. Our administrator, is he on Zoom, and is he going to be giving a report? No, okay. I thought he was coming on Zoom, but that's okay. All right, so you'll give the report, and then we'll have our township attorney, township clerk, elected officials, Mr. DeLuca, Ms. Engel, Ms. Herman, Mr. Daffis, and then I go last. We have a couple of items on for discussion tonight. One is time-limited parking changes around the Maplewood Library, and that's Mr. DeLuca. And then request for a beer garden from the Springfield Avenue Partnership, and that will be Ms. Fritzen. Then we move to the consent agenda, and we have public comment on any subject matter, and then we will adjourn. And we had National Night Out tonight, so we're starting an hour late. So ready to move along. So we'll go to the first public comment on agenda items only. If there's anyone who would like to address the Township Committee, you come up to the microphone and please identify yourself, and you have 3 minutes to speak. Hi.
Hello, my name is Ken Stanek. I am here to talk on discussion item 11B, the request for a beer garden from the Springfield Avenue Partnership. And I just wanted to explain a little bit about what that request is for. It is for an affordable arts market that we're putting on. There's one or another organizer that may be showing up any second now for it, but oh, look, showed up, took my seat. We are, Natalie and I are local artists, and we organize this with 2 other local artists. And one of the reasons we're putting on this event is just to have markets that are organized by local artists for local artists, and also to bring more events to Maplewood, because we love doing this stuff anyway, and we wanted something that was going to serve us as artists as best we can. Our first event was wildly successful, and we decided we'll just do 2 more this year. And as a former member of the Springfield Avenue Board, I know how much effort we put into attracting people to the Avenue and bringing events there that, you know, show people that there's something else going on this side of town that is worth going to. So why we want to apply for a beer garden permit is to encourage more people to come out, to leverage Lum Sellers and their vendors and all of that buzz that we can create about an interesting event that hopefully we can continue annually into the distant future down there as we put on these art sales. And the event, it's called Affordable Arts because everything that we put there is under $200. So it's very affordable. Like art sales can sometimes be like wildly expensive. Everything we do, everything I sell is under $100. Usually they're like $50. And we have lots of vendors who have small items like this. And we're excited about the success that we've had, and we're excited to bring it to Springfield Avenue in general. The other point I was going to make is we're trying to attract as many Springfield Avenue businesses as our food or arts vendors as well. So all of this is, as much as we can, do Springfield Avenue vendors. So we're trying to make it much more beneficial to Springfield Avenue. And that's basically it. Thank you very much. I hope to see you there. It's on September 14th. It's a Sunday.
What date? That's right.
September 14th.
The month was a little bubbled, so,
Yes.
yeah. Thanks, Ken. Anyone else like to speak on agenda items only? Ms. Perez, is there anyone online who would like to speak? Okay, thank you. So with that, we'll move into the Board of Health meeting. I'll turn it over to Committee Member Engel.
Thank you, Mayor. Pursuant to Section 5, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, this is to state for the record that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the public by posting and maintaining the annual notice of regular meetings on the bulletin board of the municipal building, by mailing the annual notice of regular meetings for 2025 to the News Record and Star Ledger in December 2024, and by filing said notice in the office of the Township Clerk.
Mayor Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Daffis,
Here.
Present.
Mr. Luca.
Here.
Ms. Herman,
Here.
Ms. Engel.
Here.
Whereas Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, commonly known as the Open Public Meetings Act, requires that all meetings of public bodies be open for the public. And whereas Section 7A provides that the Board of Health has the discretion to permit, prohibit, or regulate the active participation of the public in any meeting, and whereas desire the Maplewood Board of Health to comply with the provisions of this act, same time to conduct its business in an orderly and expeditious manner. Now therefore be it resolved by the Maplewood Board of Health, the Township of Maplewood does hereby prohibit, except as set forth in the formal agenda, active participation in deliberations of the Board of Health by the public, and except as otherwise prescribed by law, does limit the public to the observation of the actions and discussions of the Board of Health at all of its regular and special meetings.
So moved. Second?
Mayor Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Ms. Engel.
Yes. I move to approve the Board of Health meeting minutes from July 1st, 2025.
Second.
Mayor Adams?
Yes.
Mr. Daffis?
Yes.
DeLuca?
Yes.
Ms. Engel?
Yes. Now I pass things over to our Health Officer, Candace Davenport.
Hello, good evening, everyone. We're going to start our presentation a little differently tonight with a presentation from the Collaborative Support Programs of New Jersey, which is CSP&J, our homeless outreach and engagement presentation. They'll be giving you an overview of information since they started in May, but most particularly from November to April, highlights of this year. I'm going to introduce Ms. Lashima Sanders Edwards, who is the Wellness and Recovery Regional Coordinator for CSP&J.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for having me.
Would you pull the mic up a little?
Mic up? Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
So I will be taking over the project and working with the two gentlemen that are out doing the outreach and working with the team. So I just wanted to give you a little background of what we were doing since November of 2024, November 1st to be exact, up until April of 2025. And just to highlight a few key things here is we had a total of, and we had 221 food assistants and 127 DMV appointments, and that also includes getting IDs for individuals, 116 wellness center connections. And with that, the 80 services for transportation was transportation for like when we use the automobile to transport them to and from wherever they wanted to go. And then we also provided 100 transportation services, which included giving them bus tickets to get to and from wherever they wanted to go. Just another note here, even though they're small, we did provide resume assistance for individuals as well as SSI benefit applications completed for some individuals, which also shows wraparound care and services. Next slide, please. So 521 represents the engagements for the entire project. That's how many people we have come in contact with. That is on the Google Tracker. 106 individuals represent the November 1st, 2024 to 4/30/2025, with that being 78 of them being male that identified in him as male and 24 female. And we also had 76 individual females, 18 males that identified as individuals in HEMIS, as well as 4 single-parent homes. But those 4 single-parent homes, one of them were a male single-parent home. Next slide, please. For diversion to date, and that also includes the overall project, 19 diversion for the period between November 2024 to April of 2025, April 30th. There were 3 diversion referrals. And with those 3 diversion referrals, they were a success. We had a family that was facing eviction, and within 2 days, their back rent was paid and the eviction was stopped. In addition to that, another family was relocated. We also provided a security deposit and first month's rent. So they successfully relocated and are in their new home. And finally, we had an individual who found affordable housing and we paid the security deposit and first month's rent, which is a success. I also want to put out there that our funds had ran out at some point, but we have been replenished. So we are looking forward to helping more folks get served. So thank you.
Yeah, does anyone have any questions? I'm sorry, Deb.
Does anyone have any questions for CSP&J? Mr. DeLuca?
Just for the sake of the public, could you sort of define what diversion means?
I was going to do that, but yes, please.
I can't do it off the top of my head, but diversion is basically, it's an assistance that helps folks with, if they need a security deposit, first month's rent, it's kind of prevent them from ending up homeless. It's like a housing first model, from my understanding. So even if that includes car repair services to help them stay employed in order to keep their housing, that also could be relocation services if they need to relocate, and that's going to secure their housing. So pretty much in a nutshell, it's like housing first. services to prevent homelessness. If I-
Yeah, can I add to that? May I? Thank you. So, Housing First is the principle, is the umbrella principle in all of this. We always focus on getting someone housed first before we provide the other necessary supportive services. Diversion applies upstream to someone who may be facing eviction. We want to get to them before they lose their housing. So we are diverting them away from displacement. Diversion can also apply downstream after someone has been displaced, but before they enter the shelter system. So we are getting to them to do exactly what you said so well, relocate them rapidly. You know, finding that new housing, that new apartment, paying the security deposit, and, you know, safely housing them. That's diversion. Diversion upstream, diversion downstream.
Any other questions for CSPNJ? I just have a question. When you said that your funds ran out, but that was replenished, was that just like fundraising of CSPNJ, or does it have to do with what we are
DCA, those are fundings that we,
for the DCA funding
plus
cuts?
we used them up, so we had to wait for them to be replenished, but we're replenished and we're ready to go.
Yeah, DCA just put out a new round of grants with new funding after the state budget was approved and made official.
Okay, any other questions for CSPNJ? No? Awesome. Thank you so much for your report. Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Ms. Davenport.
Can I say something? Because I think this is, first of all, we're going to make this available, right? Great. People should look at this. Hey, everyone out there, whoever's watching, if anyone's watching, take a look at this. Because in other communities right next to us, not Melbourne, but Summit, not too far away, they are criminalizing people who are unhoused. They are saying that if you sleep outside, you will be arrested and you will be fined $2,000, which is insane, right? Someone who's homeless is not going to be able to pay that. And it's happening in New Jersey. Progressive, liberal New Jersey is doing this. We're seeing it. Tom's River tonight. Tom's River has a township committee meeting tonight, and their council has an ordinance before them to criminalize people sleeping outside. And I think it's important to really say this out loud. This works, not police badges or locking people up. That does not solve the problem. And the other things that we need to talk about to address the affordability crisis in housing across the state, those are the things that work, not locking people up or criminalizing them. And our president right now is doing that with his executive order that he put out, which is threatening the funding for programs like this. And it's important because, you know, I was in some circles in this progressive community where people were like saying, well, you know what? I have a heart, but I don't want to see this homeless person. What can you do to get rid of them? You know what? I have a heart, but I don't want to see them on the bench. Get rid of the freaking bench. You know what? I have a heart, but that person just defecated on the street. Yeah, because they're houseless. So I think it's important for us to keep raising awareness, to keep investing in this program, and as a champion in this space, I'm really proud of our work. I'm really proud of our work. We have a lot of things to focus on and do better in, but I'm really, really proud of this, and I thank you.
We're very grateful for CSP&J. Thank you, Mr. Daffis. To move forward, next slide. Just want to let you know that we have a new community resource guide that's updated with resources for all of those contents like utility, food, housing, family assistance, and mental health transportation resources. They'll be available on our website, thanks to Gabe Suarez, who is our health outreach coordinator, who updated that. You'll also notice that we have information to the State Health Department of Human Services and the New Jersey Disability Information Hub. And also we make note that people can go to the local libraries for free Wi-Fi if needed. Next slide. As we look at the weather, just want to give information on heat safety that's available here. This presentation will also be available to the public on our website as well. Next slide. Next slide. Just want to give some highlights of the presentation tonight. For July, our nurse, Suzette Gale, has done 7 reportable diseases investigations. Next slide. This is important. This is measles. So we have had in the last 2 months 3 cases of measles, one in Ocean County, one in Hudson County, and now one in Passaic County. This is as of August 2nd. So we are watching this very closely. These are all unvaccinated individuals. The one in Passaic County was due to international travel. So we're keeping an eye on that. Next slide, please. Again, just information for the national measles update, just to keep everyone informed of what's going on across the country, which is impacting us as well. Next slide. So the county is providing a measles vaccine clinic. This is only for those who are 18 years of age and older. So the new date, they had to postpone it, is now Wednesday, August 13th from 3:30 to 6:30. Walk-ins are welcome. Again, because we want to get people vaccinated, prevent vaccine preventable diseases like measles, please attend this free measles vaccine if you know of your status as being unvaccinated. Next slide. There's been a rash, no pun intended, of hand, foot, and mouth disease, which is also known as Coxsackie virus, in our childcare centers and preschool settings and camps. So we are monitoring that as well. We have a few of them in our childcare centers, and our nurse is doing a great job of monitoring that. And we want to thank our childcare centers for doing a great job of disinfecting, cleaning, and notifying us of these issues. Next slide. Again, for the Vaccines for Children clinics that the county provides, we have 3 dates, August 13th, August 20th, and August 27th, where people, now that you're going back to school, can get their free vaccines for children in order to attend school in New Jersey. Thank you. Next slide. Lastly, we have a free rabies vaccination clinic for our dogs and cats. That'll be Saturday, September 6th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Maplewood Community Pool. Following that will be Doggy Day at the pool for Maplewood residents. So we wanted to offer this. It'll be at the parking lot of the Maplewood Community Pool. So please bring your dogs and cats for a free rabies vaccination. Next slide. Just to give you an update, on July 14th at our farmers market, we had free health screenings from Robert Johnson Barnabas and the county. They serviced 15 residents with stroke risk assessments, blood pressure screenings, diabetes screening and education, and finger sticks. Next slide. Moving on to environmental health update, just to show you that our registered environmental health specialist, Isabel Dabari, has been very busy with complaints and restaurant inspections. Next slide. And going to social services and mental health, want to highlight here that in the month of July, they have seen 36 cases. These are individual cases in the month of July. This is the highest number that we've ever had in terms of co-response or follow-up or walk-ins into town hall for services. 26 of those were new cases that we've never seen before. 4 were co-response and 18 were follow-up. And please note the other calls were walk-ins. That was 14. So we're getting the word out there that our services are available, and we are really reaching out to families. The cases are very diverse. We've seen cases from ages 12 to 76 years of age. Next slide. And just to let you know that on July 23rd, the Reach for Recovery van, which helps to inform the community about substance use disorder services and treatment programs. 6 people were serviced by the community fridge. Next slide. And this is our last slide, as always, to let people know about the resources available through our Make the Right Call program. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Davenport. Any questions from my colleagues for our health officer? I just want to highlight all those free services, the Reach for Van Recovery, the health screenings at the farmer's market, Our crisis intervention social worker, I mean, I feel like we have so many of the vaccine clinics. There's so many affordable, free health things that people can take part in through the county and through Maplewood. So we appreciate you very much.
Thank you for promoting.
Ms. Perez, is anyone here in the room would like to ask our health officer any questions? Ms. Perez, can you help facilitate online public comment for our health officer? Great, then I move to adjourn until our next scheduled meeting on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025.
Second.
Mayor Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Daffis.
Yes.
Mr. Luca.
Yes.
Ms. Engel.
Yes. Back to you, Mayor. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice work. Thank you.
All right, now we'll move on to, we have one ordinance on for final passage. This is a bond ordinance. Ms. Pritzon.
Yes, Mayor. Item number 7A, ordinance number 3163-25, bond ordinance providing for Township's allocable share of the 225 capital improvement program of the joint meeting of Essex and Union counties in and by the Township of Maplewood in the county of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $900,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $855,000 in bonds or notes of the township to finance part of the cost thereof. This ordinance appropriates $900,000 for the township share of the 2025 capital improvement program of the joint meeting with Essex and Union County and authorizes issuance of $855,000 in bonds or notes to finance part of the cost.
Okay, I will open a hearing on this ordinance. Is there anyone in the room who would like to speak to this bond ordinance funding for the joint meeting projects? Ms. Perez, is there anyone online who would like to speak to this ordinance?
Any members of the public joining us via Zoom, if you'd like to speak on this ordinance, please raise your hand. I see none, Mayor.
Okay, with that, I'll close the hearing. Is there anyone up here who'd like to discuss any comments or discussion on it? Okay, then I move this ordinance be adopted as a whole. The clerk be directed to publish the same as a passed ordinance in the Maplewood South Orange News Record according to law.
I second the motion.
Mr. Daffis?
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca?
Yes.
Engel?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes. Did we do Ms. Harmon? Oh, right, we didn't. Okay. Introduction of ordinance.
Yes, Mayor. Item 8A, ordinance number 3164-25 is an ordinance to amend Chapter 271 of the Code of the Township of Maplewood entitled Zoning and Development Regulations with respect to residential front-facing garage requirements. This ordinance will amend Article 5 zoning provisions of Chapter 271 of the Township Code to incorporate requirements for the arrangement of residential front-facing garages in the R15, R17 zoning districts.
Mayor, I move the passage of this ordinance on first reading, its publication according to law in the Maplewood South Orange News Record, and a hearing to be held on September 2nd.
I'll second.
Mr. Daffis?
Yes.
Luca?
Yes.
Engel?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes. Next ordinance, 3165-25.
Yes, Mayor, item 8B, ordinance 3165-25 is an ordinance to amend Chapter 257 of the Township Code of the Township of Maplewood entitled Vehicles and Traffic. This ordinance will remove the caps that are currently imposed on the number of merchant parking permits that may be issued to a business establishment based upon the number of employees.
I move the passage of this ordinance on first reading, its publication according to law in the Maplewood South Orange News Record, and a hearing to be held on September 2nd.
I'll second.
Daffis?
Yes.
Luca?
Yes.
Ms. Engel?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes. Last ordinance on.
Yes, Mayor. Item 8C, ordinance 3166-25 is an ordinance amending and restating ordinance 2942-19 of the Township of Maplewood and establishing the Maplewood Cares Trust Fund. This ordinance will expand eligibility criteria for recipients of funds from the Maplewood Cares Trust Fund and make certain changes to fund administration.
I move the passage of this ordinance on first reading, its publication according to law in the Maplewood South Orange News Record, and a hearing to be held on September 2nd.
Second.
Staffis?
Yes.
Luca?
Yes.
Engel?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes, thank you. That's all for our ordinances. Now we'll move to our administrative reports. Ms. Perez,
We have no report, Madam Mayor.
you have no report? Oh. Okay, any questions for administration?
Caught you off guard, didn't it?
That's it. That will move to our attorney, Ms. Presidio.
Thank you, Mayor. Brief report. We have a mortgage that's been submitted with a request for discharge in connection with our affordable housing program, where the township gives members of the community small loans to help do life safety items in their homes, roof, boiler, et cetera. This would be with respect to block 49.5, lot 632.A. In accordance with the terms of the program, the property owner has resided there for more than 10 years since the initial mortgage was issued, thereby entitling them to a discharge. You would like, if we could get a motion and a second, just authorizing Mr. Wary and/or Ms. Perez in his absence to execute the discharge and any related documents.
I'll move it.
A second.
Staffis?
Yes.
Luca?
Yes.
Ms. Engel?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Any questions for our township?
You know what, can you just describe, I want to thank Mr. Daffis for raising the issue about virtual participation by Township Committee. Can you describe what we're going to do next, at the next meeting we hope to have on the consent agenda? Just talk about how we're going to change our bylaws or amend our bylaws.
Sure. The township in the past, their practice has been that members who participate remotely, may participate, be present, discuss, but not vote on matters. And that's largely a carryover from a pre-Zoom era. The most important thing, obviously, is that members of the township committee can hear and be heard in this beautiful chamber. Sometimes, in a pre-Zoom era, having a cell phone on the dais wouldn't necessarily allow a member to have the benefit of all the discussion that's happening in the chamber. Now that we've got the improved technology, it's the township committee has asked me to draft an update to the bylaws, which would reflect the ability for a township committee member who was not present in the room to participate fully, including voting, and to, sort of set some parameters and to add that to our bylaws so that, everybody very transparently, and so that everyone's aware of what the parameters are.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you. We'll move to our township clerk, Ms. Fritzen.
Yes, Mayor, just one thing I want to report on. Several event planning meetings have occurred since our last meeting, and several more are future weeks. We have a lot of activities and a lot of events in town, and we're covering them with the meetings to make sure that everything runs smoothly. Thank you.
Okay, any questions for our township clerk? Moving on, I like it.
Shh. Don't jinx it.
Okay, Mr.
What is that
Where's the
interference?
Feedback we're getting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's Mr. DeLuca. Turn. We know what's happening?
It shows the AV is muted.
What did you say, Ms. Herman?
Oh, now it's off. Now we should be able to hear Mr. DeLuca.
This has never happened before.
I don't think it's
We
me.
never have any problems with microphones.
No, I think it's the mayor, but that's okay. So I just have one item. You want to write this down, just one item?
One item. Love it.
August 5th, DeLuca, one item only. Porch Fest is going to be on Sunday, August 31st, from 1 PM to 5 PM. Actually, 12:30, we start with the honk parade at the Community Center at DeHart Park. And then we'll walk down to Lexington Avenue to the former home of Carol and Jim Buchanan.
Yeah.
And then that kicks off 4 hours of free music around the Hilton Neighborhood Hilton Neighborhood. That's it. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. DeLuca? What are you going to be honking during the honk parade?
This microphone, obviously.
Okay, then we'll move to Committee Member Engel.
I thought Mr. DeLuca was going to thank the police department for National Night Out this evening. So great job to all of our hardworking officers who worked on that event at DeHart Park tonight. I also attended the Municipal Alliance meeting, which is a joint venture between us and South Orange, and it's funded by the state. And there's always such interesting presentations. And so this past one was talking about cannabis and the danger of children getting into your stash. So I thought I would just bring up that if you have edibles at home, you know the portion size, but your kids do not if they find your gummies or your brownie. So just make sure that you're storing your edibles in safe spots so that your kids don't have health issues because they get into it. And that is and the last thing is, last time we talked about how the CHS drop-off procedures are going to be changing. We're working with our partners in South Orange and with our engineers to get an updated map and information out to the public, so that will be coming soon. And that's my report.
Okay, any questions for Committee Member Engel? Seeing none, we'll move to, Deputy Mayor Herman.
Oh, thank you. I actually have a bunch of things to share. There's a lot of things happening in August for the end of summer. We've got the Dive-In movie and donuts at the pool. The movie is going to be Toy Story. That'll be Wednesday, August 13 at 8:30 p.m. And I just wanted parents to know that if you're still looking for camps to fill up those last days in August, we still have a number of camps that are open. Ultimate is next week. Math Made Fun next week. Reading and Writing is the August 18th week. Soccer camp at Memorial Park and multi-sport camp at Memorial Park both have openings for the week of August 18th. I want to remind everyone about the farmers market on Mondays. They run from 2 to 5. Really great offerings. I got some amazing peaches and corn and made a salad. And I wanted to let everyone know that we are offering the senior bus for the farmers market. So you can, seniors can make sure and get a ride and get to the farmers market. We've got the Laura Holtz tennis tournament to fight epilepsy coming up on September 6 to 7. And I'm mentioning it now because you'll want to think about getting your teams, your partners, and signing up for that. That's on Rec Desk. And for everyone who wants to go to the pool, we have August only pool passes. So this is a really great opportunity to get a lower cost pass. If you're in town for August, you can get a pass for the rest of the month. Go and get it right now so you can use it the whole month. It's $125 for individuals, $80 for seniors, $210 for a family of 4. So this is a really good bargain to get over to the pool. And as an added incentive, we have Zumba at 6 p.m. on Mondays, and that'll be the remaining Mondays in August, August 11, 18, and 25. So that's something to look forward to. And we've got a lot of events coming up in our arts and culture department. Just want to mention that American Classic Filming is wrapping up on August 22nd. So that's good news for some, maybe not so good news if you're still trying to catch a glimpse of our stars who are in town. We are looking at updating our venue rental fees, so I'll have more information on that soon. The Gazebo Concert Series has 2 Fridays left. This is a really, really great, relaxing evening. Bring your chair and get some food from one of our amazing restaurants and go listen to the music. Friday, August 8th, that's this Friday, and then next Friday, August 15th. And then also coming up in August, we've got Reflecting Refuge. It's a solo exhibition by New Jersey-based artist Christine Soderg-Pilar. And we have an opening reception on August 14. And then we're going to be celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month So save the date September 20th for salsa dancing, and we're working to try and get a salsa dancing class before the salsa night so you can brush up on your skills. And right now the deadline we also have a Somos Latinos exhibition. It's going to be a collective exhibition at 1978 Gallery, and the deadline to submit is coming up. It's August 12th. So go and submit if you want to participate in that. The opening reception for that will be September 19. And then we've got a lot of fun things for Labor Day weekend right after you enjoy Porch Fest. Come the very next day on Monday, September 1st to Memorial Park for Broadway in the Park. We've got a lot of local Broadway stars who will be singing. That's always a highlight. I've gone in the past. It's really fun. And then I just wanted to give a couple of updates on the health department. We're still working on on the community fridge issue, so bear with us on that. And we're also still looking at local and state smoking ordinances, so more to come on that. And that's what I have.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Deputy Mayor? Okay, Mr. Daffis, did she leave you anything?
We have nothing going on in this township, right? Oh my goodness, all the great events coming up. Thank you for that very comprehensive report, Deputy Mayor Herman. I have one item, and it's a call. It's a call to the community for residents who are renters. We need you. We need you at the table to talk about rent regulation, housing equity, housing affordability. We are reinstituting our rent leveling board, and we're looking to put in a new rent leveling ordinance, otherwise known as rent control in Maplewood, to reflect the reality of housing and the affordability crisis that we're all dealing with. So now's the time to get involved. We need a few tenants to be part of the board. And we'd love to hear from you. Everyone signs up for all that cool stuff that Deputy Mayor Herman just talked about, the camps and the rec, and they want to be on rec advisory or pool committee. Some people want to do environmental work, right? You never have any problems, Ms. Engel, recruiting people for the environmental advisory committee. So again, if you're a resident and you're a renter, we need you at the table. You matter. Nearly 30% of our residents right now, it's about 26%, I think, of our residents in Maplewood are renters. So we need to change the conversation, which has been exclusively focused on homeowners and single-family zones, right? Our community has changed, and we need to reflect all those voices and all those important issues. So reach out to me. Very easy to find. And let's get you on board so that we can work on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Daff? Okay, and I have no report, so we're going to move into discussion items. Time changes, Mr. DeLuca, on the library parking.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The board of the library discussed the current time-limited parking in front of the library. Currently, it's 30 minutes. These are for 7 spots that are in front of the library, and they'd like to extend that to 1 hour instead of 30 minutes because we have so much going on at the library now. And then across the street is 3 hours. They also would like the parking lot to be 3 hours. So if we're okay with that, we can ask
Is
our,
there any time limit on the parking lot now?
there is, it's 3 hours. It's not signed, and I'm not sure that it's actually in the code. I haven't found it in the code. I think we may have dropped it. I'm not sure, but we need to put it in.
Probably codify it, yeah.
So if you could, if we're okay with that, then we can just have our attorney draft the ordinance. We can introduce it at the next meeting.
I have a question. Is there a particular reason for the 3 hours in the parking lot as opposed to saying 2 hours?
Because you can rent the rooms for 3 hours, the community room. So it's consistent with that.
Or the,
Yeah.
how long can you rent the quiet?
I'm not sure about the quiet rooms, but the community room is 3 hours.
That's a good answer. That answers my question because I'm thinking about the other parking lots that we have nearby in the village, and we took great action to reduce the 3 hour parking in most of those lots to 2 hours. But this makes sense for this. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor Herman.
Thank you. I was wondering if there's a spot or two that might be 15 minutes for people to return books, just so they can pull up and put them in the slot and not worry about, because I think that one spot that's in front of where the return thing is a handicap. So I just wanted to know how we can accommodate those people.
We discussed that. I mean, the reality is that it's very hard to enforce and people park there. So it just, we're making people break the law because they're going to park there anyway. And we're not going to enforce it. We talked about it and we said we'd rather just have all parking, and people can figure out, they can double park in the parking lot to
Yeah.
drop off the books and stuff like that. If they're just dropping off the books, that's what they used to do before. They used to just double park in the parking lot, drop off the books, because all the books are encouraged to be dropped off externally. So you don't even have to go in the library.
I just wouldn't want them to double park in front of the handicap spot.
No, they're not going to park there because they can't. It's a driveway. So they would park inside the lot. So.
Okay. Any other thoughts or questions? I'm in favor of it. I think
Same.
people want to spend longer in this great library. Show it off.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be on for next meeting? You draft the ordinance?
Our attorney will-
Okay. Oh, you're not going to do it?
No.
Okay. Okay, Maple Crest Park Beer Garden, we have a request, Ms. Fritzen.
Okay, Mayor and Township Committee, you heard from the speaker at the first public session, but I will give you a quick background. The event is Sunday, September 14th, and it's from 11 to 4 in Springfield Avenue, Maplewood, along with Soma Affordable Art Fair. They're co-hosting an art fair event at the Springfield Avenue Gazebo and Maple Crest Park. This event will feature dozens of local Soma artists selling reasonably priced art products. What we're asking for consideration of the governing body is that part of the event, Lum's Cellars will host a wine and beer garden. The beer and wine garden will be in Maple Crest Park, roped off from the rest of the event with a mandatory ID check as required by ABC. And I had previously submitted Nicole Wallace's ask on this event along with the map so that you could get a picture of where the location would be. And so anytime we have a beer garden in one of our municipal parks, Township Committee must concur to accept the request that the beer garden be placed there. Additionally, they have to apply for an ABC license, a social fair one-day event, which I believe they have done. But of course, I have to check that, but there was no point in proceeding if the Township Committee was not in favor of the beer garden in a municipal park.
I'm in favor. I love this event. Thank you for bringing it to Maple Crest Park and for including all of our Springfield Avenue businesses in it.
I feel the same. This is exciting. Well done.
I'm not going to be voting for this. I did not agree when we added Maple Crest Park to the permission of parks. We had Memorial Park and then we added Maple Crest. I think Maple Crest is too much of a neighborhood park as opposed to Memorial Park. So I just want to be consistent, so I won't be voting for this.
I'm fine with it. I need some clarity. I think I don't know if we'll be able to have it with regard to, I know we have Maple Crest Park and Memorial Park as permitted to have these, but I have some concerns about having every event start wanting to have a beer and wine garden. I don't know if that's something I would want, but I'm fine with this one. Deputy Mayor, did you have any thoughts?
I think that in light of all of the work that's been going on Springfield Avenue and the plight that it's taken on our businesses, it's really wonderful to have an event like this that we could celebrate our businesses and really um, help promote them with our residents. And so that's why I'm particularly excited about this art program. I think that, having a beer garden in Maple Crest Park kind of evens it out. We allow it in Memorial. So I think it would be nice to allow it on Springfield Avenue and also to promote, again, to be able to promote events there and businesses, in two different parts of town, I think is appropriate. So I would support this.
Okay. So we have opinions. We should probably pass this by resolution, right?
Motion.
So we need a motion.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Mr. Daffis?
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca?
No.
Ms. Engel?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes,
Passes.
thank you. Okay, with that, we're done with discussion items. We have, I'd like to make a motion to go past 9:30 because I think we have some,
Second.
look. Ms.
Mr.
Fitz,
Daffis?
Yes. Sorry.
Go past 9:30. Mr. DeLuca?
Yes.
Engel?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
yes, thank you.
Reluctantly.
Can I get a motion on the consent agenda?
Mayor, I move our consent agenda.
I'll second.
Mr. Daffis?
Yes.
DeLuca?
Yes.
Engel?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes, and that brings us to our second public comment session on any subject matter. So if there's anyone in the room who would like to speak to the Township Committee, please come up to the podium, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to speak. Make sure you bring the mic up to you. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's a funny mic, so they can hear you out there too.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I've never been here before. It's beautiful.
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Ollie Gans. I'm a South Orange resident visiting
Very
Maplewood.
far away.
I'm here to express my financial concerns around the plan to cover Ritzer with artificial turf. The Ritzer project budget has increased from 2.2 million in 2019 to 5 million earlier this year, then 6.4 million in June, and now it is 7.4 million. This is in the context of the district holding town halls, warning of a fiscal cliff and proposed cuts to special ed services. The proposal,
It's okay.
the proposal earmarks $300,000 for a stormwater retention system, but according to the district's architects, they won't be able to determine the stormwater requirements until test pits are dug to access the water table depth. For comparison, Westfield in New Jersey had to allocate an additional $2 million just to incorporate adequate stormwater retention and organic infill. And this is something that they learned the hard way. And as a reminder, the stormwater system is legally required. This plan feels like a financial disaster waiting to happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. State your name and address, and
My name is Jessica Miller, 87 Hickson, please.
Jessica, could you use the mic a little closer? Yeah, that's a tough.
I don't want to overwhelm it.
Yeah.
The selected plan for Ritzer, Plan D 2.0, has the greatest amount of turf coverage, 3 acres. Therefore, it will create the largest heat island and require the most stormwater retention. It only leaves 15% of natural grass for Columbia High School's 2,000 students. The plan for Ritzer has now ballooned from $2.2 million in 19 to now $7.4 million. And yet, it's concerning that only $300,000 is allocated to a stormwater retention system on the current cost sheet. 2 years ago, Westfield had to add $2 million when they included proper stormwater retention and organic infill. According to the district's architects, they can't know the stormwater calculations until they dig test pits to determine the depth of the water table and determine the grading plan. That sounds like Pandora's box to me. On June 24th, the BOE also approved a $1.3 million change order for the Columbia High School girls' locker room. That was previously approved at a cost of $2.5 million. Asbestos abatement was mentioned, but it sure seems, given the age of Columbia High School and the ongoing construction, that's something that should have been explored and known at the initial costing of the project, so stakeholders would know that they were actually approving a $3.8 million girls' locker room renovation. Stakeholders have a right to well-considered estimates before approving funding. Many of SOMA's stakeholders are increasingly concerned about the escalating costs of living. SOMSD's current debt is $190 million, nearly equal to the annual operating budget. That breaks down to a debt-to-student ratio of over $27.5 thousand per student. That is double and triple that of neighboring districts. For comparison, Milburn is $11,000 and Livingston is $8.5 thousand per student. Continuing to bond more and more funds without anything rolling off is not sustainable. I asked the Board of School Estimates to insist on proper stormwater calculations and a properly costed stormwater retention plan before any funds are even considered. Your responsibility as the Board of School Estimates is to determine what the taxpayer can bear. Is this the appropriate time to be pushing a vastly expanded plan at a vastly expanded cost? Thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone else in the room like to speak? Oh, okay, Jane.
Jane Conrad, 35 Roosevelt. I really need Jonathan here to be Vanna White, pointing to certain things that I've got here. I also am, wanted to speak again, as you know, against moving ahead with this sort of maximalist turf plan. And I sent you all earlier an email, which included a number of questions that I would ask if I were you, just to try to get a handle on what costs that haven't been accounted for could add on, because it feels like the more you can foresee and lock down, the better job you can do for the taxpayers. I also, I wish you could press for what fell on the floor here, a set of plans that you could examine, because it's very hard to sort of squint and see, from sort of the blurry screenshots, where trees are that, like how they would be impacted by, thank you. I was going to say, I will stay to the end of the meeting because I wonder if you all have even ever seen, this is Plan B from last year. And it at least shows you like where there's the pipe stream under the field and what they were going to do before, with stormwater and stuff. So just an offer in case anyone would like to look at that. I noticed, for example, that there's no notice of any of the trees on Valley Street. And, there's, in the plans for it, they say for anything that they chop down, they'll plant 2 others. Well, there's like 60 or 70-foot Kentucky coffee trees, maples. There's an American elm that would be involved. And I think unless I don't know how fast these things move on, but you need to see that and make a plan to protect it. Also, some of my questions refer to mistakes that were made with the DeHart installation. I don't know how much grass we'll end up with. I hope it's more than 15%. But there are foreseeable things to write into any kind of plan or to insist on before you approve it, because there goes your leverage, not to compact the soil in that extreme case, and to have them justify replacing all the soil. Why do that, with the result that we know happened there? So I brought my other visual aid here, some of the trees that would be impacted with different things. Also, I just wanted to mention Project Adventure. Everyone loves it, but very few people, including on the on the Board of Education realized what the low ropes course is. And that is the essential part in order to get to the high ropes course. Like it could stand alone, but not the high ropes course. And if that is disabled or cut into, which I believe both plans C and D do, then you're stranding, 300 students a year that have to take or that want to take that class for phys ed. So anyway, there's just some more thought that I think really needs to go into, proceeding. And then I guess that's my buzzer there. But one last thing, I just wanted to say, getting grass to grow is not that hard. I just wanted to share, this was the way, most of the field did not look like this, but this is one very bad looking part of Ritzer. John and I were there weeding and kids asked us if we could do something. So we came back a few days later and put compost there. This was in early May. And this is by July, it looked like that. Just one intervention. We weren't able to water. So that's just, water from nature there. So again, I really hope you'll look into just, better care of grass fields because we haven't solved the climate crisis and we need to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Conrad. Is there anyone else in the room who would like to speak to the Township Committee? Seeing none, is there anyone on Zoom who would like to speak?
If any members of the public joining us via Zoom would like to speak on any subject matter, please raise your hand. I see none, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Well, with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Staffis,
Yes.
Luca,
Yes.
Bengel.
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your August. Stay cool, and we'll see you in September.